Zachary "Zach" Stevens, born March 5, 1966, is best known as the former lead vocalist of the band Savage. He is currently the singer for progressive power metal band Circle 2 Circle. Stevens is also a drummer and has a degree in psychology but is not, as is often reported, a licensed, practicing psychologist. However, after Savage co-founder John Oliva stepped down from the fore of the band at the conclusion of their tour in support of Streets, a rock opera in 1992 to concentrate on other projects, namely his other band Dr. Butcher and a Broadway-bound musical entitled Romanoff, Savage required a replacement. John handpicked his replacement, who was discovered and introduced to the band by Chris Oliva's best friend and guitar technician Dan Campbell. Chris Oliva, Savage's lead guitarist, and their longtime producer Paul O'Neill heard demos of Stevens and wanted him to sing for the band. After an initial audition, Stevens was considered to be the right man for the job and joined Savage in 1993. Stevens' vocals were considered to be a departure from that of John Oliva, and some Savage fans prefer to distinguish between the John Oliva lead albums and those with Stevens on lead vocals. The album Dead Winter Dead contains lead vocals from both Oliva and Stevens and contains the song Christmas Eve, Sarajevo 12/24, which gave rise to and became a hit for the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. In 1996, Stevens appeared along with other Savage members in the Trans-Siberian Orchestra project. His last album recorded with Savage was The Wake of Magellan, 1997, which some fans consider to be Savage's best work in the post-1993 Savage canon. In 2000, Stevens quit Savage, citing that he wanted to spend more time with his young family. During the winter of 2001, Zach started his comeback with longtime friend and co-founder of the band, Dan Campbell. His Savage connections remained evident, as John Oliva produced the first Circle 2 Circle album, Watching in Silence, and guitarist Chris Caffery recorded guitar on some songs. Circle 2 Circle has released 3 additional full-length albums since 2005's The Middle of Nowhere, Burden of Truth in 2006, and Illusions of Grandeur in 2008. In April 2014, Ancient Rites of the Moon, the first album of the project Stardust Reverie, Graham Bonnet, Lynn Meredith, Bill Hudson, and Melissa Furlake, was released. During several gigs with CIIC, not only certain Savage songs, but even entire albums featuring Stevens were played, among them The Wake of Magellan and Edge of Thorns. After the reunion of Savage, he performed on July 30, 2015 on the first time ever two-stage show at Wacken Open Air Festival, performing with Savage as well as Trans-Siberian Orchestra.